our heroes, the siblings of the Reverie Estate had arrived in the island city of Aquay, where, after hitting a single roadblock, had given up on the search for their kidnapped father. Instead, they found themselves at the tourist trap Days of Yore, a renaissance festival of a sort glorifying the olden days of Center Ring. Here, Skia, Thomas, and Penth all fought in individual arena matches, and with each victory secured a spot in a one-night-only event to occur 2 days hence. Penth was surprised to see a particular spectator in the crowd, one Willard Bowman, a former employer of his and owner of the Iridescent Fool. Following their victories, the siblings went out to enjoy some late-night libations, where Penth saw a vision of his own goddess Persephone beckoning to him and warning, a storm is coming. What does this mean? Will Penth heed the words of his patron? How will the siblings move forward in their unwilling mission to find out what happened to their father? Find out all this and more in tonight's broadcast of A Matter of Time! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to A Matter of Time, the show where we tell you what's happening here in Center Ring. I am your storyteller, Rylan Shack Farnell, and with me are some of my very closest friends and my favorite people to tell stories with. So, let us pick up exactly where we left off, where Penth had just bought a round of drinks for everybody here at the drop-off. So anybody who would take that drink and would finish it before leaving for their destination, the Drowned Cemetery, can go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw to see if they add another drunk point.
I was stopped before I drank it, correct? I saw the visage, or was I already... Okay, so I will not finish that drink.
Okay.
I'm doing it. Is it a disadvantage?
Why would it be a disadvantage?
Oh my god.
6 drunk points.
You do not have disadvantage on the saving throws, I think.
Oh, it's a saving throw?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Kia
Find them,
failures.
Kemp.
I have 2 drunk points.
2 drunk
The drop off is like a waist deep water bar again, right?
Yeah.
Aspen
like
drop.
Yeah, hip to tit, somewhere in there.
Aspen cheers everyone, and when everyone's slamming it back, he dumps it in the water.
I drink
no.
it.
Oh no.
Also, I haven't put my boots back on. They're like over my back. Like,
Okay.
in the water. Okay. Oh, wait. It's not a disadvantage. I'm going to reroll. Those were both 7s.
I was supposed to take my boots off?
Also, net 20. I'll take the 7.
You took your boots off in here?
Aspen, are you gonna get swamp foot?
Do you know
And swamp ass.
what is underneath this water? There's at least one shot in it.
Yo, wait a minute. Do people pee in the water here?
What do you
have
think
to
they're
go to the
doing?
bathroom? Is it like those? Is it like the pools at the cruise ships?
Are you?
They're just filled
Are
with
you
piss.
asking me? Or is that something Skia?
I think Skia. I think this is a Skia question.
Wait a minute. Is this place filled with piss?
I think it's at least
About
50% piss.
Skia realizes it as Skia needs to go to the bathroom. It's like, oh no.
As Skia and Thomas are taking that drink that Penth provided, as Aspen is throwing it away, you all notice that Penth's attention for a long time now has been on the entryway to the drop-off. As Penth sees this ethereal, ghostly figure of this beautiful woman entirely draped in this sheer cloth that clings to her bony skin. A storm is coming, and you watch as she drifts away, Penth.
Do I see, is she still visible as she's drifting away?
She's walking away from the entryway, but you could follow.
Yeah. I will be following immediately. That's probably one of the most lucid moments of seeing her, is my assumption. Like, most realized, but least, like, visionary type things. It's very much, like, grounded. So, I think I go. I don't say anything, I just go.
Do you want your drink?
Where's he going? You can pee in the pool.
No, the
just
three
go
of
in the
you
water.
with Epoch with you would see Penth leave. Remembering that most of you have been drinking pretty heavily throughout the day. It's past midnight at this point, and Penth had been discussing going off to see the Drowned Cemetery. Is that something that the rest of you, as you see Penth wander off in this sort of drunken state, are you following?
Are we gonna let him just wander drunkenly, or are we gonna?
I don't think
we
we
gonna
should
take
let
care
him
of-
be by himself.
Probably. Maybe we just stay behind him.
Penth,
If
where
you
are you
want-
going?
3 drunk points in now, I think? I can't remember.
3. Ooh, let me.
You think you had the
Okay,
notes?
no, you had 3 at the start of the last session. Here's what I'm going to say. Aspen and Penth, at this point, it's been a while since either of you have had a drink. Plus, with the excitement of the arena and everything that you were doing during those matches, Aspen, Both of you, what is your Constitution modifier?
Plus 1.
+1.
Fantastic. Both of you can remove 1 drunk point.
Okay.
Yourself.
So I'm at 2 now?
So you are at 2 now.
Which is advantage in charisma, disadvantage on dex.
It's advantage on charisma checks and save.
Okay, so I'm not. Disadvantage is the third one. Disadvantage of dex. Okay. Can I roll a con thing to see if I actually am drunkenly stumbling, or do I look like I'm actually more sober and like, I don't know. Do you think I'm drunkenly stumbling? If I have 2 drunk, I guess I have 2 drunk points.
I mean, 2 drunk points, and you've sobered up a little bit. You fought. You were just waist deep in water for a little bit. I think you're passing.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I'm gonna be. It's gonna look like I am marching kind of out the door, like with a lot of purpose. I hope I don't look. Just to convince my brothers that it's a little bit more serious than me being like, ooh, hot boy.
Right.
That makes sense.
My friends used to call somebody who wanders off on the group starting a side quest. I think he started a side quest.
Okay, Epoch. I'm gonna piggyback right on you. I'm gonna start climbing on Epoch.
Okay.
I'm gonna be his backpack.
As you climb onto Epoch, you have 7 drunk points. You don't notice anything.
Great.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Tally ho, little man. Let's follow the big guy. Ooh, wait, guys. This is like in the TV show. It's like as we're like heading that way. It's like as the door's closing. Wait, Pez, defeat the big guy. Is he the new big guy? Like,
yeah. I just like to imagine that Thomas doesn't look down, but underneath is just a tiny halfling like pulling levers inside of the
No!
He's like, whew, didn't notice.
Did I get the wrong mechanical man?
Thomas is literally sitting on his head.
Not noticing.
Will you guys check to make sure I'm on the right Epoch?
That would be pretty funny.
There's no one else in this world like Epoch.
I'm glad you're
Not yet.
I'm glad you're not electrical and then you're in the water and you shock everybody. That's nice.
I am.
Sorry, I have 7 drunk points. I gotta ham it up. Okay, I'm done.
That's fair. No, that's good.
10th, as you step out from the drop-off, the water falling away as you find a more a pathway that is emerged from the water, following along. This ghostly figure is always just far enough ahead of you to be turning the corner at exactly the right moment that you can see with clarity where she is going and how to follow, but you're never quite catching up to her. Not yet. Aquay is quiet. It's not like Faroth, the city that never truly turns off the lights. Aquay, as much as it is, for many, a vacation destination, quieter than you're used to a city being. There's still the electric hum of lights above you. Occasionally, a few of the larger waterways are lit. High above, you can see the golden moon making its way across the sky and reflecting off of the deep blue waters and the white marble, and especially the golden veins that run through the stone that make up Aquay. Hence, you are following this figure deeper and deeper towards the center of the city of Aquay until you are led to this fairly small mausoleum. This, what looks to be a single-story building and circular, really only the size of like a room. It's got these columns that go all the way around it, this domed roof, and you watch this woman slip into the shadows underneath this building. And as you approach to catch up to her, you do see carved into the stone the drowned cemetery.
I take a look, and the mausoleum where I'm outside of it. I haven't entered inside of it yet.
Not yet.
Is there any sort of placard for the family or anything like that that's buried there?
Yes. So you look and you see that the drowned cemetery is home to many of Aquay's more notable families, politicians, heroes, many people who have made their name on this city in the past. And the one that you recognize is a epaulet at the very bottom of this placard that says, "Final resting place of Admiral Solomon Winter, Kraken Slayer, hero of Aquay, hero to the Golden Alliance."
Who is probably on that statue.
Yes.
I think I look around and I don't see any trace of her. Oh, this is the one in the center, right?
Yeah.
The hot one. Good. I think I look around. I think
correct him.
I said what I said, and I'm not taking it back.
What's an orc? And he doesn't say that's not one?
He looks twinky. I would like to use Eyes of the Grave, which is one of my class features.
Okay.
And I have the ability to sense the presence of the undead whose existence is an insult to the natural cycle of life. I'd like to do that just to make sure, see if Penn has to be on his toes or not. That's kind of his idea. But he did, I think he's what he did at the crypt as well.
Right.
Just like his go-to in dead spaces.
Yeah. Going nearer towards this mausoleum, what's the range? It's 30 feet?
You see 60 feet.
60 feet.
Yes.
Wonderful. You do not get any sense of the undead in your immediate path.
Okay. I relax. I don't really know if I want to invade a mausoleum, but she did go under there. I am very curious. I think I take a moment, because I am a little drunk. I think this is starting to sober me up. It's a different form of Penth, and I think I look behind me to see if the family is behind me. Or Epoch, because he ain't stealthy, so I'll know I'll be able to hear Epoch coming.
I think you can, even without turning around, you can hear Epoch behind you.
Okay, I go into the mausoleum without waiting for them.
Okay.
Everyone's bone dry, by the way, except for Penth, because Aspen used prestidigitation to dry everybody off.
Oh, okay, because I wasn't there. Or would you just do that to me even if I was there?
I guess we won't know.
God. That's more of that.
But I would have smelled like piss. Sorry.
As you step into the shadows, you find that this space is simply a housing for a spiral staircase that descends to under the city of Aquay.
So I don't go inside of it. I step into a shadow of the like. Is it like the kind of like? I don't know.
So imagine any of the buildings that make up like our background.
Yeah.
Imagine something like this.
With the
Just
portals.
Yeah.
With the bombs. Okay.
And like with the night and everything, like it's pretty shadowed underneath it. And you saw this woman go through the shadows, and as you step closer in, you can hear that sound of like when you stick your ear above a well, and you can hear like the dripping and the echo and the descent. And you just see this spiral stairway that hugs the perimeter wall.
Okay.
Sends deeper.
I'm gonna drop a coin for right at the front of where that I am before I walk down the spiral staircase. So hopefully people are perceptive. Okay. Oh no, dropping it behind me. Just leaving it behind as like a breadcrumb, see if my family's smart enough to find it.
We'll see.
I don't find it, but I do find the wet footprints.
Sorry, that's good.
Yeah, that's how Aspen was following you this whole time. You thought he was just being a jerk.
No, he was. We could do two things.
We both.
I'm gonna assume all of you guys are following. If you
Skia would not want Penth to just be wandering off by himself in Aquay.
Aww.
So Skia definitely would be like wanting to follow.
Cool. Penth, you descend downwards until you find yourself 2, maybe 3 stories lower in a subterranean grotto.
Ooh.
A cavern system that exists under the city of Aquay. These very porous rocks, limestone, and this smooth, almost like glittering cave wall that has been worn away by eons of erosion of the tides coming in and out. But as you've come in right now, what you see is numerous pathways spread out through this space that have been carved from the rock alongside shells and seaweed and stalagmites and stalactites. Pathways that form through bright, glowing water. You are illuminated by bioluminescence of countless corals and algae and fish that are illuminating this space like millions or billions of fireflies beneath the water's surface, as well as glowworms hanging from the ceiling. Skia, as you are following Pent down, you have, for many, many years of your life, studied various mycelium connections between all sorts of different creatures and roots and fungi, and the way that trees can communicate with each other across hundreds, thousands of miles, the way that all fungi of the forest are connected in one super conscious. And you've spent plenty of time studying that, but as you come into this space, you can just feel it. You can feel the bioelectromagnetic pulses that all of these creatures that are making up this brilliant and beautiful glow of the drowned cemetery are communing with each other and forming this self-sustaining community.
Wow. This place is pretty amazing.
Pretty.
Yeah, well, yes, that too.
Pent has gone ahead. Following, the three of you don't know. You cannot see the figure that Pent sees. The pathways are not so much a maze as you can see all of them. You know, there are no walls between. You know, there are some pathways that the rock is taller than others. You know, there might be a few places where it's worn a little bit and the pathway has crumbled away. As you follow Pent through, and Pent as you are following, along the path, carved into it have been names, occasionally deeds, families, dates, but not always. Often it's just a name that's been carved into the stone. And some of them have been here for so long that they've been worn away till it's just, you can see gashes in the stone.
I wonder if, I do my favorite trick. Can I use mending?
You could, yeah.
I'm gonna, as I investigate, because I feel like as someone who studies death in points, I'm not sure if he's ever been taken to Aquay or done Aquay or not. I know I do a lot of other digs. I know I've mostly been in like the Orcish areas.
Right.
So it's interesting. I think he'd be fascinated in not only the beauty of the things, but also in the fact that this is their death. This is their finality. This is how they treat their respect to their dead.
Yeah.
And so I think, knowing I'm kind of invading the space, I'm trying to, keep a place better than you found, and leave a place better than you found it. Yeah. So I'd like to, if I see one that's truly like worn away, I'd like to use mending on it as I pass by.
And it's difficult doing so without knowing the name, without knowing what it was. But some of them are not so worn enough yet that you can give it the respect that it's due. Mm-hmm. But looking around, go ahead and make a religion check for me.
Hot damn. By the way, we haven't long rested or anything, but we have short rested after our fights. It's been over 2 hours.
Yeah, but 2 hours of walking and then drinking and then more walking, and I'm gonna say no.
Dan, you said no, and I got a nat 1 on my religion, so fuck this, I got a 3.
You do your best to repair the stonework. You think you knew, you think you could have figured out the name. You might not have gotten all of the letters right, but the sentiment was there.
Yeah, that's not gonna end well with me. With my patron.
Who
Here lies Jake Quenlin.
Yeah.
Following her along, you eventually come to a sort of a dead end along these pathways, and this dead end has something that you haven't seen before, amongst all of the other pathways, there is a stone arch that goes above this path. And that's where it ends. And in front of the pathway, more brilliant glowing of blue and green and the occasional bright yellow. And above the very top of the arch, you can see here lies Admiral Solomon Winter. And as you're looking at that, a movement in the corner of your eye, and you look down and you see, I'm actually going to, you see a dragon. No.
Oh!
I'm gonna send...
Alright, I used power word kill. Or Gaius.
Should we be concerned that we're just following our brother down into the depths of this place, or do we just let him do his thing?
Sent an image in our Discord gallery.
Job and stuff.
Oh, maybe it's a work thing.
I think it's a work thing.
Could be a work thing.
Yeah. You get it. Yeah. You can't take all the time off and be on vacation, right?
See,
my PTO is already over. I'm fired.
and
Unfortunately.
you see the same beautiful woman, wisp thin, bones visible, the ribs, the knuckles, elbows, the collarbones, and cheeks especially.
Love him, gaunt.
Despite this, still beautiful. Long red hair, dark eyes, dark lips, and covered in this almost like mourning veil, but just from head to toe. This sheer black sheet, underneath which you can see like the points of her crown. And as she steps through the archway, this is the very first time that you have been face to face with the goddess to which you have committed yourself. As Persephone stands before you.
Committed myself is a strong word. Been inducted into, I think.
Indicted? I don't think that's
I was indicted, yeah.
I was indicted.
Into.
Yeah, the God Congress was like, hey.
They slap her
You need
head,
to appear in court, sir.
Ask her if she wants to be a patron.
I'm not here to help you flirt with goddesses.
Daddy needs some warlock levels.
Way to take it to the
Aspen's really be like, what's the difference between a cleric and a warlock? You know what I'm saying?
I think I take in the visage. I'd like to be standing directly across from her.
Okay.
And I think Penth wants to, because almost like something so powerful but also something so sad is kind of the idea of it in my mind. Knowing that it's like this person has ultimate power but also still looks like someone who doesn't quite enjoy who they are, where they're at, and there's a sense of like somberness there. So I think I'd like to, I don't know, the idea I have is looking down on her. Is she, I'm 6'8". Is she the regular size of a regular woman, like average?
Oh yeah, she's
okay.
This is a good one, but yes, cool. She is certainly smaller than you.
But that could be like 7 inches. She could be like a 6 foot. Like to everyone else, she might be.
I think she is taller than the average human woman.
Okay. I'd still like to almost passively make her feel small, and I'd like to raise up my hand to her cheek and see what she does.
As you lift your hand to her, she looks and she sees your hand approaching, and she looks up and she meets your eyes, and a smile. A gentle, familiar, warm smile. The kind that you give to a friend that you have bumped into unexpectedly. And she raises her hand, and fingers gently trail your jawline, and you feel cold.
I still let it happen.
But a welcoming.
Yeah.
Like a refreshing cold. And she says, Penth, There you are. Oh, it's been so long.
I feel like I see you every day. I think Penth just looks at her and says, what can I do for you? You've done a lot for me. Probably in ways that I don't even know it.
And look around you. Things are so much simpler now than they were when we last spoke. And yet, still you seem to carry such a heavy weight.
It's not fun to grow up to be biggest around you. There's a sense of herding sheep when you're the one towering over everybody else.
And you are my protector. Just as you protect the dead, just as you protect the memory of magic. But long before you protected any of these, she looks past you over your shoulder, and you don't even have to turn around. You hear like just epochs, like
ruin the moment.
every movement reverberates off of the cavern walls. And you can also, with the automaton, hear, Thomas on his back, like, shh, Epoch. And you know that Skia and Aspen are there too. And she continues, she said, you've always had other charges to look after. But who protects you, Penth?
There was someone who did. A reminder that you're not always the biggest, or even if you were, that doesn't mean somebody didn't think of you as someone worth protecting. But, I messed it up, and I think at first I blamed you. But I'm starting to realize, coming back with the family, I am your charge, but also in charge of my own life. I can't be blaming everyone else's on my own shit.
You continue to grow.
Hello, Thomas.
Oh no, that was Evan.
No, I know, but it's still one of those. I think that's still a good moment. I look over my shoulder and I see them there. Because of Epoch, not because of you. Because of the echoes of Epoch, I probably reached like where I'm at.
And the three of you would see Penth talking to dead air.
Yeah. Hey, she's bone thin.
And as you were approaching, he might have had his hands or a hand lifted, but you see Penth alone.
I just look at them, but then I turn back away. So I'll let you guys do with that what you will.
Do with it.
You, and I think, is Persephone still there for
Yeah.
me? Good. I think you matter a lot. And I know I've got for everybody else, some sort of destiny to fulfill. You, Father, Wasp. But I'm thinking it's more important just to make sure that my family is safe, and everything else kind of is secondary. So that might not be what you want to hear at the bottom of a mausoleum grotto surrounded by beautiful creatures, but I don't know. Whatever you want for me better aligned with protecting them, because it's not going to go well.
Penth, there is nothing more important than your family.
A telling sentence. I think Penth says to himself, being like, I think Penth understands in history gods have a very specific way of saying things, and I think that's a very specific way of saying things. So he's, I think, in my mind, has clocked that the family's very important, but not necessarily what she meant to say. Can I know you're here for me to do something for you. It's always how this stuff goes. Can I ask if you've seen someone from my family in the last week or two? Someone who shouldn't be dead right now, but is? Someone who might be dead, but not supposed to be. Missing an arm.
That is difficult.
You sound like Epoch.
There are forces beyond the divine, forces greater than myself or any of my kin. And those forces have rules, Penth. And your family member that you mentioned has broken those rules. And his death has created a spirit paradox.
Hold on, I'm writing this down.
Hold on, this is cool.
Don't worry, I have the entire conversation typed
Thank
out.
you. I live for
On
this.
your best.
I type faster than I can write. This is way better.
So glad I remembered to ask about Thomas, because I was thinking about this whole thing before, being like,
Alex,
if I deal with
so
this,
smart.
I was like, I need to think about the dead guy I've seen in the last week, the one dead guy I care about. So, spirit paradox.
And because of that, as well as other phenomena, his spirit is not in my charge.
Is that a can't be done, or is that a too dangerous to try to find?
His spirit rests.
I wasn't trying to bring it back to life, Persephone. That's not what I do. Sorry for the sass.
Bam.
I just want to... I wasn't ready to see that. Even if I'm not seeing a brother for 10 years, seeing them dead within hours of seeing them again is not a fun feeling. I don't want to deal with that again. Do I need to fix the spirit paradox? Is this something that needs to be mended? As I mended as I fix a column.
The passage of time for mortals is such a strange thing for the gods to perceive. Our consciousnesses are focused by moments of importance as dictated by our domains, and less on the passing of one moment to the next. What is to happen in time is not for me to know. I know simply that his spirit is not somewhere where I can access it.
Is it somewhere anyone can access it? I think that's Penn's last attempt to I think it's important. I think yeah, it's very important. Is anybody? You are all powerful, and I bow to you. But I'm happy to beg another god if it means getting some answers to what the fuck's going on right now.
Penth, I think you know well enough that answers rarely come from gods.
Now, I was about to talk about the whole fact that rules for gods are meant to keep things mysterious versus rules for humans are meant to make things more clear. But apparently, and I think Penth does get a little bit more sassy as he goes on, that is just how the world, the natural world works, right? I am too tiny and insignificant to possibly fathom your domain.
Penth, the last time we spoke like this, you felt you had the power to change those things. And I'm glad to see that you now see reason.
The petty Greek part of me is like coming out right now.
Ooh, do you want to defy the gods, Alex?
Depends on what the gods are trying to do for me. We'll see what happens.
Not mommy Persephone.
Don't stop calling her mommy. I sure have found a new way of looking at things lately.
Make an insight check for me.
Love that for me. Because I think my insight's pretty good. Let me see. Insight's a 6. I'll take that 1 second. I'll use my death die. Actually, no, I'll use my Persephone die that I just got.
Yay!
Where's my child? There's my child.
Did we tell Alex what we're drinking now?
Oh, we didn't tell Alex what we're drinking.
Yeah.
One of the ingredients in our cocktail tonight is pomegranate juice.
Hell yeah. I rolled an 18 on the die,
Woo!
which means it's a 24. I'm so mad. I wanted 25. I'll do a 24. Insight.
Cool. Penth, you are starting to get the inkling that the interactions between you and her that Persephone is referencing are not the visions that you've occasionally had in dreams or the things that you have interpreted as messages from her. You get the feeling that she is referencing interactions similar to this
that haven't happened yet.
You do not remember happening.
That was also on my, when she started talking about shit, I was like, I remember visions. And God, I love this, but I also I didn't want to go meta, but I love timey-wimey nonsense. Persephone, we haven't spoken like this before. You gods have a difficulty seeing things linearly, don't you? You see us as who we are, and you exist all the time, not just in one moment, don't you?
You and I have spoken in the past.
Whose past, though? Mine or yours?
The past of this world.
I'm in it as Penth right now. Meta Alex thinks we're having a Skia moment like we had when Epoch disappeared and came back with... No, well, Epoch disappeared, came back with a note saying, had to borrow him for a little bit, Skia. Which means if she's saying I've had conversations with you like this in the past, meaning future me or some version of me has gone back into the past or is in this era having conversations with Persephone without me. At least that's what... I need to roll like a general intelligence thing if Penth is smart enough to like even fathom this bullshit. Because I don't think... Yeah, he rolled a 4. I don't think he's thinking this far into that thing. That's not his domain.
I like that.
As you are standing there, like looking at Persephone, and like
brain hurt.
Asians are passing by, she says, "You seem to think that I summoned you here for something, Penth, but it was you who have sought me out here in this holy place."
I sought you out in Feyroth and heard nothing for days.
Feyroth is difficult to get to.
You have no access to the city of Feyroth.
I could access it if the need were dire enough.
One day I may have that need. Am I important enough to you to break it?
She touches your cheek again. Penth, you are the most important to me. The time is fast approaching when I will have to ask something of you, Penth. Something difficult. Something that will require all of your strength. And I will need you to be brave for me. And to prepare you for this moment. Some gifts, if there is nothing else you would ask of me.
Penth is stoic in that moment thinking, but inside he goes... He's like, gifts. Presents. I'm thinking of a response to that. I am there for you. He looks at Persephone. I'm there for you. But remember what I said before. What you need for me, and even what I need for myself, pales in comparison of what my family needs of me. And that will always be first. And I will tear through any realm or domain that you need to in order to make sure that they stay safe. And if I ever have to see another one of my siblings die in a way that I do not find justifies them, in a timely manner, I will rip through every domain and every god to make sure they pay for it. Thank you for being there for me, and I promise to be there for you in the ways that I dictate.
Persephone smiles at you, Penth. And she turns her head to look at your siblings. And you follow her gaze to see 3 smoldering piles of bones.
Whoa!
And 1 smoldering pile of gears.
Of gears.
Holy cow.
And she pulls your face back to look at hers. And still a sweet smile on her face.
Ooh.
And then you watch as the flesh melts until it's just a dark, ashen skull, still wearing the crown. And it says to you, "Do not threaten gods, Penth. I thought you would have learned your lesson."
It's not a threat. It's conviction. I respect you in more ways than you'll ever know. But you wouldn't have a champion that didn't have conviction, would you? You are Queen of the Dead, and you have to have very strong conviction to control the dead.
A skeletal hand reaches into the jaw
Yeah.
of the skull,
Fucking metal.
and another hand pulls your arm forward, opening your palm and placing into it 3 pomegranate seeds.
Oh shit!
Classic.
Delicious.
Closes your hand. For when you or your family, she looks, and you hear the bones starting to pile themselves and stack back together again. The weaving of muscle and sinew and flesh forming until your siblings and Epoch are standing there just as how they were.
Wait, I was gonna say, can I roll a perception check to see if it was
permanent death save, does
if
it?
this was
Right?
Is this do I have a perception to know if this was an illusion, or did she? I mean, genuinely, in your mind, do I know if she actually like look at?
You feel that it was
Don't have her kills again.
that it was an illusion, and
Yeah, I believe it because I don't think she plays with death that much.
No.
Like that's not her thing.
Oh.
I need to learn that trick.
Yeah.
So she puts the pomegranate seeds in your hand and says, "For when you or your siblings need them."
Thank you.
And one more gift.
Power kill. Sorry.
For a time. For a few short moments. Reconnection. Or questions and answers, or what you wish. I reunite you with an old friend.
Ooh.
While this conversation with Penth is happening, what are you guys doing?
I feel weird.
Does it just look like he's talking to himself?
He kind
Did
of
anybody
looks like he's talking to himself.
Has no one else had like conversation with God before? Just me?
I mean,
How much did he have to drink again?
I weird feeling. That was a weird feeling.
The 3 of you, well, 2 of you, Thomas is asleep,
Honestly, I'm missing this whole rainbow, even though we can't see it.
watching Penth talking to the air. And then The bioluminescence from within the water starts to glow just a little bit brighter. A little bit brighter shade of blue extending outwards. You see it illuminating against Penth's face. You see it cast a shadow. You see it cast two shadows. Penth and an unseen figure. And it just grows brighter and brighter until standing before you.
What? Not my guess. I'll take it though.
A relatively on the shorter end of the spectrum.
Cool.
Human man. Broad shoulders and chest. Thick but neatly cropped beard. Swords at his side. Two cutlasses. And Penth, you would recognize that he is wearing what was once the armor of a higher-ranking soldier of the army of the Golden Alliance, but this one is old. This is antique, or at least from an older time period, and it's piecemeal. He's not wearing it in its entirety. Looks at himself. Looks at you. Penth. Is that you, soldier?
I bow. Not bow, but I think it's salute.
Salute, yeah.
Salute. But I do keep my head bowed because it's an admiral. And yes. I utmost respect. I think my family sees me salute. What was this, like the British one?
They can see all of you can see this specter.
Cool. Yeah.
Aspen is smacking Thomas sleeping on Penth or on Epoch, is like trying to wake him up. He's not awake.
Rylan described the cave glowing brilliantly. That's enough of an alarm clock because Evan wants to see.
Epoch just like drops you.
Oh shit!
Into the water. I think I bow my head and say, Admiral, my apologies for the rude awakening.
Anything for our queen. I won't be gone long.
And now, have I actually talked to this person before?
Never in your life.
Only in your death.
Admiral, our queen does demand high service in her needs and her honor. When was the last time we spoke?
That's a tough question, Penth.
Well, were you see-through or not back? No, I hold that in. Were you still alive?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Last I saw you, Penth, we were not one of my finer moments.
Let's get turns to look at Aspen. What are they talking about?
We were...
I don't know who that is.
fleeing. We were fleeing from the Red Coast. The Yarman had overtaken us, and our commanding officer, Winthmore, had fallen, and I was left to take command. And well, Penth, we never found your body. You were listed as missing in action.
I'm sure I was.
Glad to see that you're all right now, although some years younger and over a century later.
Our queen has needs for us in ways that we can't fathom, Admiral. Don't you agree? We just learn to do what she says, and the rest will fall in line.
Lady of Death has brought me here to speak with you. Least I can do is try to help you out.
I think that was a lovely story that gave a lot. Is there anything she told you to tell me? Or is it just to answer my questions?
She mentioned that you have been involved with some of my pet projects from after the wars. Tell me, how does Wasp fare?
Depends. How do you still, are you a fan of magic users? Magicians, clerics, people who heal using their connection to goddesses like ours? Do you believe they should be culled and locked in cages and experimented on and made sure that they were identified and correctly put in the right place so that eventually we can ostracize them and create them as enemies and then once again make them extinct? That is your legacy. Time makes bastards of us all.
He draws one of the cutlasses.
Fully spear is unloaded, but it's behind me. So it's at a diagonal behind me in almost a way where if you do spear shit or like quarterstaff stuff, it's where you can swing your arm around to do a defensive pose almost immediately when it's drawn.
He looks very concerned. What? Are they?
I mean, you guys can see and hear.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
can- y'all
That's
can deal
why
with me if you
Skia
want
looks
to.
extra
Do we-
concerned.
Do we recognize the specter?
Anybody who is not Penth could make a history check.
I don't want to make it.
History.
Wait, your real ghost dice, my sailor dice.
10.
History.
Whatever.
Skia got a 17 history.
Skia, you context clues. Penth is standing beneath an archway that is dedicated to the Admiral Solomon Winter. And you heard Penth refer to this man as Admiral.
And I saluted him.
Yep. You get a pretty good feeling that Penth is speaking to the Admiral Solomon Winter, hero of Aquay, and the man who was largely responsible for the creation of Wasp following the Sorcerer's Civil War.
Oh.
Is now holding one of two cutlasses. Not quite threateningly, not pointing it at Penth, but definitely firm in his own resolve.
Whoa.
I created Wasp alongside Mako Floating Leaf and his spirit companion Orion. We were filling the void that had come with the Sorcerer's Civil War, and we were doing it to protect the Alliance, to build strength in communities, and to give purpose to those who have incredible gifts that can do terrible or wondrous things. Accuse me again. Tell me of my legacy. And
Your legacy leads to men being pushed off the top of towers, jumping from the top of towers on their own volition, in fear of their own powers, in fear of what those hunting them in your name, in the name of what's now called negotiators, a part of WASP that hides in the shadows, trying to find the light more recently, but deciding that all magic users are terrible, not wondrous, that they all need to be controlled, not allowed to flourish, not allowed to grow, that any sign of magic is a sign of death. I mean no insult to you. I've experienced your legacy, unfortunately, far too often, and was a member of your legacy.
you could not insult my legacy.
Someone else is.
I have commanded men. I have fought sea beasts. I have ridden dragons. I have unleashed gods from their chains. Tell
Yeah,
me,
well-
Penth, does this current state of Wasp have more to do with me or with you?
This is a dead situation. Aspen has an arrow knocked.
What are you gonna do to a ghost? I think
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Skia's definitely gonna kind of put their hand on your arm and be like, I don't think that's a good idea.
He's not like aiming it or anything. It's just like ready.
I say again, I mean you no insult, but others have. Do you want to protect the legacy you've built? Or does your legends mean nothing other than fairy tales and folktale? I come to destroy the legacy they built off of yours. A legacy of hate and fear of magic users. I have come to clean your legacy and return it to that of protection, like you say, that utilized purpose for the good of community and not for keeping it stored safely inside the walls of Feyre. What would you do for me to make sure I could do this and accomplish it?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion.
I do love persuasion, or I guess persuasion. I was gonna laugh at. Y'all so bored when it's not about you.
No, they're not bored. They're not bored.
Oh, is that a hold on? 15 minus 1, so negative, so 14. I would like to use my inspiration for this.
Okay.
And it's a d6. And so I'll do that one. It's a 2, so at least I'm at a 16.
All right.
Cool.
Why? I'm gonna read this chat eventually.
No. Don't do it on
Do not
purpose.
read the chat.
That's why we were typing a lot. I was trying to flood it up so you didn't see things. Just did. Just spoiling stuff.
Look, I don't remember who knows what.
Because you don't take notes.
No, it's true.
The Admiral looks at you. How would you help me? How would you help maintain my legacy, what I created?
By removing the people who want to erase it and replace it with something else. This horrendous bitch of a woman named Helena Galati.
Let's see if you have what it takes. A test,
Fuck yeah.
if you will.
Agreed. My spear shrinks back to the little thing. I put it back on my little outfit, and I
Skia
go
hopes
to,
it's a multiple choice test with short response.
and I salute and offer my hand. We can do something fun and cinematic with that one.
Pence,
maybe.
do not take that fucking thing's hand.
Did you? I turned to Aspen and said, "Not a thing."
Wait, yeah, what's gonna happen?
A man of respect, and I turned back and still offer the hand.
Is this a test for everyone here or just Pence?
Skia didn't study.
I do like that. Can that just be the button no matter what? She's fully the Arnold of the Miss Frizzle trip. As soon as Skia says that, like some shit happens.
A test on the field trip? No way!
I knew I should have stayed home today.
Solomon looks at Skia,
Yes.
looks at Aspen, looks at Pence, held out hand, his spear away. The ghost of Solomon says, mistake. Draws his second cutlass, and I need you guys to roll for initiative.
Son of a bitch.
Whoa!
Disrespectful.
All right, top of the initiative is, okay.
Is it just him?
Mhm.
Yeah, but he's a ghost.
He's level 20
That's
and a
scary.
ghost, yeah.
I'm not excited about this.
As Aspen gave Pence this warning here in this deep submerged grotto of the drowned cemetery, where you might very shortly join the dead, the ghost of Admiral Solomon Winter drawing two scimitars, Aspen is the very first to act, followed by Skia.
Excellent. Oh, that's cocked.
Yeah.
Does a 24 hit?
Yes.
Perfect. Aspen was already had his arrow knocked and was ready for this. As soon as like things started moving quickly, an arrow flies.
Okay.
A bow or a crossbow?
It's a
Short bow.
or
No, it's a short bow.
That's cool.
you were sleeping. You didn't notice. You had seen Aspen reach behind his bag, and the bottom of his bag, there's also like a handle to a bladed weapon, but he grabs a different one and kind of flicks it down, and this bow unfolds.
Oh, cool. Bow.
And he has arrows. I'm not going to go into explanation of that. And he had one knocked, and it's already ready. Lightning quick, and that does. Oh, and there he's in 5 feet of.
Sure is within 5 feet of Pent.
He is. So that adds.
Oh, is that sneak attack thing? Oh,
Yeah, my sneak attack's only one.
Because you don't love yourself enough.
This is true.
For everyone at home, I constantly bully Sean on not taking his.
Or it's only 7 piercing damage.
You watch as the arrow shoots through the ghost of Solomon and ricochets off of the wall of the arch.
As the arrow is loosed, it makes that ding sound. And Aspen uses the vibrations from the loosing of the arrow to push these vibrations to Pence to give him some inspiration.
Hell yeah.
Love it.
Okay, that's
And
what...
he doesn't move. He moves behind Epoch.
Fantastic. We'll move Aspen behind Epoch.
He's backside.
Okay. Go. That's going to bring us to Skia with Penth on deck.
Skia is going. I'm assuming. Okay. Yeah, Skia is going to fire a lightning launcher shot
Whoa.
at him. I guess just like.
Is that thunder damage?
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
Yeah, it's lightning damage.
Oh, that's what
Okay. Skia's gonna fire
What's the range on that?
90 feet.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Normal range of 90 feet, long range of 300.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, Skia. I mean, you see like the little gems on the palms of Skia's scarred hands. Fires that little lightning ball for 4 lightning damage, and then once your turn, you hit a creature with it, you can deal an extra d6 damage to that target. So Skia's gonna do that
Cool.
as well. So it's gonna hit it. I don't know. Does it actually hit him? Does the lightning
so-
ball make contact with?
Is it a ball of like steel wool? Is it a ball of some sort of like mucusy kind of like what is this that Skia is launching?
I mean, it probably is got a little bit of mass to it, probably made of some kind of bone-like material just to give it some weight.
Cool.
But it's pretty light, and it's electromagnetically charged. You know, it's a little lightning, so it's supposed to hit, and then kind of like once it makes contact, like sends another bolt in there.
Okay. You watch as this is sort of catapulted across, expert shot, going sort of riding along this pathway over Penth and then striking this specter, passing through the body and bouncing off of the archway and just sitting right there. You do see like sparks of electricity sort of like climbing its way up his form. So it is doing something.
Make him stronger.
It's
Okay, so it did look like it did a little bit something. To
Yeah.
it.
The lightning stuff did. The physical matter.
Yeah. I mean, the ability only does lightning damage. It doesn't do physical damage. It just does lightning damage.
The flavor for him.
And it's 6 on the other die, so
Hell yeah.
total of 10 lightning damage. And then Skia is going to move away from everybody and kind of like, because these are hallways, right? These are like the.
They're not hallways in the fact that they have walls to them. But they are pathways.
Oh. Okay, so that the water is actually water.
The water is actually water. Yep.
Okay, Skia is going to move. I don't know what directionality, but you know there's that path that's going back. It's connected.
Are you going to the crossroads?
Not all the way there, but Skia's gonna move like where your finger's pointing, like over
Okay.
that direction.
So that'll be, let's see, 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, that's probably good. Just to like get some space
to
so
separate
that
it.
Skia's
Sounds
not
good.
like right next to everybody else. If the guy teleports in and does an AOE ability,
Cool. Okay.
who knows what this guy can do?
Fantastic. That is going to bring us to Pen. Thomas is
Skia
on
might
deck.
call out.
Okay.
It looks like elemental damage may do something. I'm not sure though. Also, is this right? Are we supposed to be attacking him?
Which is
Skia didn't study the test.
yeah. I thought that's my next turn is the same thing. So I have that exact thought, and I think my character is. May I hold my action until I am attacked?
Yes.
Something I can do?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
I'd
may.
like to hold my action until I am attacked.
Fantastic. Okay. That is going to bring us to Solomon, who I need. I need Penth and Thomas and Aspen to all please make wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom.
That's why I moved.
So isn't it technically my turn if I'm being attacked?
You are not technically being attacked.
Saving throws, disadvantage, correct?
Yes, with disadvantage for you.
Good thing I have my wisdom. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, hell yeah.
4 plus 16, maybe?
DC 25?
16.
Saving throws are different.
Honestly, I swear if I'm still blasted for like 4d6, I'm gonna lose my
Well, I mean, at the end of that last campaign, Alex, it would be like, all right, that's a DC 26. We're like, we can't even roll that high, bro.
DC 23 or 24 or something.
I remember the king in yellow.
Roll again. Disadvantage on saving throws.
Like, that's physically impossible.
Cool, thank you. 16.
16 for Thomas. Penth had a dirty 20, and Aspen was also a 16?
16.
Hell yeah. Okay. All of you guys succeed on that.
Wow.
Nice.
You hear,
The Storm Slayers would have failed that.
honestly,
Not wisdom.
yeah, any intelligence may save.
Oh, yeah, intelligence, that was our big one.
That was
It was a wisdom.
Oh.
Okay.
As Solomon has drawn both of these swords, you hear echoing through the cavern. I have commanded you. I have slain seas. I have ridden dragons. I have cut chains away from gods. And these just epithets of Solomon Winter, the Admiral of the Golden Alliance, are echoing through the chasm. And you hear, as you hear these things, like a shiver goes down each of your spines as you fully, or not even fully, but are just beginning to comprehend exactly who or what it is that you are facing. But none of you are frightened, and none of you failed to save by 5 or more, which would have been bad.
Thank
and
goodness.
That is going to...
Does that mean we passed the
Can I
test?
say that I feel attacked after that moment and I'll do my turn? I do feel like a wisdom thing. Do you feel like, could I use that as, or no, do you think that I
you
should
feel
do it?
like a frightening effect would... Yeah, then go for
I
it.
believe so. Using my channel divinity is an action, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm going to channel divinity as soon as I feel that frightening effect. I would like to just kind of look at him and say, how dare you think that the dead have any control of those of the living? And I'd like to use Path to the Grave, which curses a creature's life force for termination, meaning if it's undead or not. Until the end of my next turn, me or an ally hits the cursed creature with an attack. The creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage, and then the curse ends.
Oh yeah.
So, and I'm gonna do something that's gonna piss Rylan off because he hates the spell, but I'm gonna use it in a different way than I have in the past. Instead of using it as a second, in Pent's mind, I'm beating up a spirit, and therefore I know that a normal weapon wouldn't work. So why not use a spiritual weapon? But it's gonna be instead of having it by itself, at least for now, it's gonna be in his hand.
Let's do it.
So he is going to summon a nice little scythe coming from the ground.
Oh, anime style.
I'm just gonna put it right here.
Oh, Soul Eater style.
Oh,
Like, straight
yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah.
And just pulls it from the ground and uses its general force attack. So it is, melee spell attack against it.
Cool.
So +6, let's see what I got.
This was adjusted submission.
That's 8 plus 6, it's a 14. Does that hit?
14 does hit.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So that is 1d8
Believe it or not, ghosts don't have high armor class.
I mean,
I
makes
guess their armor class is their ghosts.
1d8
You can't
plus
actually
6.
really hit them. You can hit them, but not actually hit them.
This you, Sean.
+6. I got 8
I didn't add this.
8, technically force damage.
8 force damage. Hell yeah.
Vulnerable just means they're affected by it. It doesn't mean that they take double damage, correct? That's a different thing.
Double damage.
So if they were vulnerable to it, they would take double damage. Yeah.
So he's vulnerable to that attack.
Oh hell yeah.
That's what Path of the Grave is.
So 16 points of damage.
Yeah.
That's a cool ability.
That's a
cool
specific
ability.
grave cleric ability that I've been waiting to use against
It's on a ghost.
on a ghost, of course. So we're returning his ass to the grave.
Cool. You
Yes.
feel as you bring the scythe across, you slice through Solomon, and you watch as like the light, the bioluminescence, and everything that's creating this image of Solomon Winter separates and then slowly like forms back together as he cries out. And he looks to you and he says, "The present is built on the past." And that will bring us to, unless, did you want to go anywhere, Penth?
If I did, I'd have to take an opportunity.
You would,
correct?
yeah.
No, I'm gonna stand my ground.
Okay, that'll bring us to Thomas.
Okay. I am already too far away to get to him, so I'm going to stumble my way towards this ghost.
Okay.
So I'm going up the path.
You can go ahead and move yourself as far as you like.
So Thomas is like,
Hey, you, fuck you, man. You were a hero. We studied about you, and then and now you're
shit.
My brother's right. Your legacy, you call it, there is gone rotten, man.
and I'm going to hold the dodge action. But like, he's
wow.
I'm taking the dodge action. But like, he's not proactively doing it. This is just like who he is, like in his drunken state.
Cool.
Like, if he gets attacked, he'll like flipple-flopple around.
He'll flipple-flopple around? Got
I
it.
love a good
The
flip.
martial arts technique. Yeah, so I'm calling Solomon out and saying like Pentheus has truth in what he's saying in a drunken way.
Okay.
Pirates understand that.
Yeah.
Solomon looks at Thomas hearing this, looks back at Penn, and says, "This test is not going in your favor." And appearing behind...
I knew you would bring out some bullshit people to fight us too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the truth would
and
let us breathe.
behind Aspen.
Oh, I have 7 drunk points, and we're fighting things like a punch.
2 specters of darkness and shadow appear. The first one is going to attack you, Thomas, with disadvantage because you took the dodge action.
Yep.
14 does not hit you.
Correct.
Okay. Second one is going to go ahead and attack Aspen. Does a 17 hit Aspen?
Yes.
Okay. Aspen. You are looking at what's happening. You're hiding behind Epoch. And before you realize what is appearing behind you, you feel this cold, damp grasp around your heart.
Don't touch my heart.
You are going to take 11 points of necrotic damage, and your strength score decreases by 2.
Good.
I hope these ghosts don't like permanently deduct our hit.
Said it was 11?
They doing
So it's 11 points of necrotic damage,
Oh, jeez.
and your strength score decreases by 2.
Joke's on you. Aspen can't do a push-up.
And then because they are in... Oh, man. You know what I didn't ask when you guys entered the drowned cemetery?
What?
How many of you guys have dark vision?
I don't know.
It's bioluminescent.
It is pretty bioluminescent.
Now, wait. This combat started with you saying, the cave glows bright. X-Men.
I don't Epoch on this.
He does not have... Satyrs don't get
Are we a party of...
Epoch is, as usual, at the very end of
Just want to make sure he's included.
He is. I did roll for him. I didn't write it down. But, you know, it just so happened that he does go at the very end of combat. So it is going to be Epoch next. However, both of the shadows are going to go ahead and take a hide action as a bonus action.
Cool.
Okay. What would Epoch do at this point?
When the shadows hide, do they take the form of our shadows? Like,
ooh, that's
like
so spooky!
That one looks...
Yes, they do! Okay. All right. I'm gonna see if Epoch will recognize what's happening to Aspen right now. Absolutely not.
No! Poor buddy.
Man,
Does see the big ghost at the end.
you guys have just not taught Epoch that much yet.
I said we need to use a gun in front of him.
Epoch is going to observe? It's boring. I don't want
his
Epoch
laser-
to be boring.
Pull out his laser cannon and just start firing.
Oh, Epoch's laser
Make a
cannon.
man.
Oh, there. We come back, he's gone. Camera cut out.
Epoch is going... Yeah, he can't really do anything. That you guys have unlocked yet.
Oh, spoiler!
I'm just messing with Alex, really.
Reverie weak.
Epoch's just gonna move. Just gonna go there.
No. I like that his mini's kind of hunched over, like he's confused.
In my, like, when I built the mini, because that's through Hero Forge, I was going for the, like, K2SO, like, General Grievous, like, posture.
Fine.
Yeah. It came out a little bit more hunched than I would have liked, but whatever. Cinematics? Anybody want to add anything to what's going on? Or should we just move forward and go back to Aspen?
Aspen doesn't like his heart being touched.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you see anything when you like got your heart touched? Did anything flash in your mind? Inquiring minds want to know.
Once he got his heart touched?
Yeah, when you felt that like shiver of it's necrotic damage, right?
When you felt yourself step that much closer to the grave, what did you feel? What did you think? If your life were to flash before your eyes, what might Aspen see?
Definitely not being turned on.
I think for Thomas, cinematic, like, because the shadow like missed, so he's like talking big shit to Solomon, and like it's like, and he like turns and like it goes down to the ground. He's like, what the fuck? Who's there?
Skia? Or Pet?
Skia is frantically looking around. Not going well for us. And is starting to try to like look in the water in the bioluminescences.
Ooh,
nice. Skia's the smart one.
Yeah, Skia is the smart one. Just get some close-ups here.
Ooh.
Nice. Cool. Okay, this camera's working out really well.
Yeah, this is the smart one.
Wow.
Yeah. Dang, I like the now that I see it closer, it's good detail. And the, like, the blue shading you got there really does seem like we're in like an underground cave.
Oh, you're talking about the terrain. Well,
yes.
I was gonna say I did not paint the shadows. I bought them as is.
Wait. Also, is those little smoke clouds? Is that real stuff?
Yeah, it's just like a cotton ball.
That's really cool.
Fun. That looks.
No, I know, but like on the camera, I'm like, wait, is that real or is that on the screen?
Yes.
This.
Is that 3-dimensional? That's hard for me. That's cool.
Is that AI shit?
Is this? It's just all. Is this AI generated in my brain?
Shoot, I was gonna say something, and now I don't remember.
Sorry.
Cinematic.
Yeah, looking in the water.
Skia.
Into the water. Skia, are you looking for anything in particular?
I don't know about anything in particular, but Skia is like trying to look in the water and see if there's anything unusual in the water, like either some figure, corpse, fish, something that's not that's not just water.
Go ahead.
It's bioluminescent, so if something's moving, it would create like a trail. I don't know.
Yeah. Go ahead, roll an investigation check.
An investigation.
Investigation.
Oh no! Damn, that's a 4+. That's a 9. Investigation.
You feel, as you are like looking, you can almost see some of the algae and corals begin to like fold in on themselves. You see their lights diminishing a little bit, as if they were spreading out, and you can see like one diminishes, and then like a ripple, they sort of diminish, as if they're telling each other that danger is nearby. Penth, any cinematic from you before we move back into our combat?
Besides the sightseeing, and we've already seen the slash, I think Penth is racking his brain for any sort of history of this, but also like what would be a test for Persephone, thinking back to like what his test would have been from his old mentor when it came to fighting and things like that, if that's what the test, or is he thinking too much like a soldier right now, not a fucking cleric?
Ooh, interesting. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Oh no, it's a 1.
It's a nat 1?
Yeah.
Oh no.
+6.
No, it's a nat 1.
+6. Yeah, I think I'm distracted by my family.
Your family, who, let's be honest, Ben, you got them into this mess.
I did not lead them. I went on my own.
Let's be honest, Ben, you got them into this mess. Aspen, it's your turn. Ski is on deck.
It's all my fault.
He turns around. What's behind him?
With your mind.
If you think that would be fun, sure.
You turn around and you look behind you. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Is this an action?
It is not.
Okay.
You're looking for something to hit or whatnot, so.
Oh. Perception. +3. 22.
You see behind you absolutely nothing.
Figure. He doesn't like that at all.
Like your shadow on the ground cast by the bioluminescence, but nothing else.
Can we give it up to the new Aspen die for rolling 2 19s during this?
Yeah, my one's too good. I love that.
Cool. He doesn't like that. He's uncomfy.
There's still a ghost guy in front of me that's very vulnerable to things.
He pulls another arrow, goes to knock it, but as he does, he plucks his bowstring again, using his arrow as a conductor's like baton and whipping the sound around him. Kind of, I guess it's more like a wand, but as he disappears.
Ooh.
Nice.
He's invisible. He casts invisibility.
Hell yeah.
He doesn't want to stay where he is. And looking at this, how do I get zoomed in on this? I don't know how.
You want to zoom in?
Sure. Oh, that's it. I just had to scroll in. He will move away to the other side of this opening and kind of press himself up against
the stalagmite.
The stalagmite, like to where, like, if he wanted to turn and look down the hallway or the passageway, he could see down to where everybody else is. Ski is behind him.
Cool.
He'll just be there. That's it.
That shadow is going to make an attack of opportunity against you. Would have disadvantage because you are invisible. It would have advantage because you could not see it. So that is going to cancel out.
Oh.
It's just going to make a straight attack roll against you. That is not going to hit.
Nice.
Oh,
does everybody else see that the shadow tried to attack?
Well,
there's only one other person there to see it.
And Thomas are pretty preoccupied. Skia, you can make a perception check against against the hide roll that I rolled against Aspen earlier.
Yeah, I don't think I made it because I got like
It sunk into Aspen's shadow.
Yeah,
I got like an 8.
Aspen doesn't have a shadow.
That's true.
What?
The shadow is still there, is what I was going to say. Did the shadow move, or did the shadow just the shadow should still be on the ground?
What looked like Aspen's shadow is still there.
Yes.
However, that's pretty far away from you, Pent. And Skia with an 8, you said?
Yeah.
Does not see it. Skia, it is now your turn. Pent is on deck.
Do invisible creatures.
Okay, so Skia is going to focus on where the corals and stuff are closing up. So there's, I guess, kind of like a darker spot in the water.
Yeah.
Where they're closing up. Skia is going to look there. Does you notice anything immediately? Because otherwise, Skia is going to aim Thorn Whip.
So you're aiming a Thorn Whip
at the shadow. How far away is the shadow? Like where Skia sees the shadow?
From you. 30 feet exactly.
That's within range of Thorn Whip.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so Skia's gonna call it, there's something in the water, and then like out of, you see like kind of underneath the flesh skin, it kind of tears a little bit of Skia's scrubs a little bit as it shoots out. Skia's gonna attempt to Thorn Whip the shadow in the water.
Hell yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure is an attack.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, make a melee spell attack. Sure. That is a 13 plus 7. It's a 20. 30, 20.
20 hits, yeah.
Okay, so it will do 1d6 piercing damage and also pull, if the creature's larger, if it's larger or smaller, I can pull it up to 10 feet closer. So Skia's going to attempt to, pull it kind of up to the surface of the water and towards Skia. It does 6 points of piercing damage.
6 points of piercing damage? Okay. Yeah. Does that ability mention the grappled condition, or does it just...
No, it just says if the creature is larger or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
Okay.
So it doesn't say anything about grappling. I think it just moves it 2 squares closer to Skia.
Cool.
But Skia did feel contact with something and a resistance to
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that Skia shoots the thorn in both hands. Skia's not that strong. Let's be honest. Let's have a little bit of help from the armor of strength that Skia has on that can dig the spikes on their heels into the ground, pull it.
Cool. Nice. Tough sandbending.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Or kind of like when a glitter boy in Rifts fires its pulse cannon, and the spikes go into the ground. Just kidding. But I'm not kidding. That's what
Glitter boy.
What's a glitter boy?
You guys know about glitter boy power suits?
Great, Pen. It's gonna be you, Thomas on deck.
Okay.
I would like to move at least. I'd like to go back to Thomas. So if Thomas is facing a Spectre, I'd like to break away, not using disengage. Just I'll take the opportunity attack.
Okay.
And break him back away enough to make sure it's ranged. That should be far enough that my range isn't correct.
I did say spin around, so
correct. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, back to back with the brother.
I like this.
So close to a nat 20. Woo! And does a 15 hit you?
Just hits me.
All right.
Can I use? It's an opportunity attack.
I could use my inspiration to stop it, but I would rather.
Pumpkin inspiration, like I do regular inspiration, right? It's that's
no, that's for you.
But I do have Aspen's inspiration. I could use it to drop it by at least 4.
Yeah, because
you do.
We're allowed to deduce.
But I'd rather take the hit and use your inspiration because I need it for this next thing.
Cool.
Final answer?
Final answer is I'll take the hit. I have 21 health. I would be gobsmacked if he kills him.
As you step away... Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna be so mad.
As you step away from Solomon and are trying to get to where Thomas is, you feel him take both cutlasses and cut across your back. You take 18 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, that's fine.
That's a big ouchie.
It's a big ouchie. And I turn to look at him as I back away. And I cast. Woo! My final second level spell slot. I'm gonna do a second level guiding bolt. And straight up, and he's still vulnerable to all things.
Vulnerable to all things.
It does, yeah, vulnerable to all types of damage. So
emotional damage.
This is
fun
five. If I hit,
How long does that last?
That lasts until the end of my next turn. So this is the last time I can use it, which is why it's very important that I get this hit in, because I'll be rolling it if I hit. That's 5d6 normally, which means 10d6 if he's vulnerable right now.
Well,
right.
Which means 20d6 if I roll a nat 20.
Does vulnerable double? It doesn't double the dice you roll. Doesn't it just mean they take the
double damage?
So whatever you roll on
it's
the dice is double.
Still virtually 10d6.
Yeah, it's more.
Hold on, let's see if I can. I want to do this thing. See if I can actually show my roll.
We carry it.
Oh no! It's a 1 again.
Oh.
Hold on. It's a 1 again. Persephone
Rise,
has fucked
Alex,
me.
no.
You did talk a lot of shit.
I did. 1 plus. Oh no, and 14.
Hold
on. I have inspiration.
Inspiration can change crits, failures, or successes.
So if I use the inspiration and I went up to, if I got a 6, I'd get up to 13, which might actually hit him still. Because it's a +6 for my spell attack.
14.
So I'm gonna use it.
Hit him. Correct.
14 hit him, but he said he's a ghost, which has shitty armor, which means he probably is at like an 11 or 12. So I'm gonna use my dice and hope that it's a 5 or higher.
Okay.
You do have 2 inspiration too.
I used.
You already used 1.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I rolled a 4. So that's a 5 plus 6, that's an 11. Brylands, are you gonna redeem me? I already had 1 critical failure in this fucking game.
11 hits.
Yes! Okay. Hold on, I have to get myself back into the. There we go.
Horrible armor class.
It's a ghost.
Weird the ghosts have.
Well, I mean, I think the ghost
Brylan,
defense
I will
is
be
not
honest,
the armor class.
is this gonna mess with you if I get to do this?
Right.
Is it okay that we did this way? Is this
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you for reminding me, Aspen, because I knew you could change hit against you, but...
Got it.
Alright, so it's 5d6 times 2 now. I wish... Oh, if that would have been a 20, that would have been a nat 20, but I talked too much shit. And I rolled 4 1s, a 6, and a 2. It really... So that's 12... Wait, 3 1s, a 6, and a 2, sorry. 1, 2, 3.
That's 11. It's
So,
22.
22 of radiant damage.
Hell yeah.
Is that doubled or is that
That's
already?
the doubled.
That's the double.
11 was the 5d6 guy, 3 1s. And then we doubled
Damn.
it. I know.
You made your goddess melt her face off.
You don't know that.
I know that.
You don't know me.
That's a cinematic. I refuse to believe that she's pissed at me. I say as I have 3 health and rolled 2 critical failures in the last 10 minutes.
And you retreat backwards towards Thomas. And in doing so, take 2 necrotic, icy blades across the back. And yet you continue to move forward towards your ally, your comrade, your brother, Thomas. And you turn back to back, protecting him, and you cast out. What does Guiding Bolt look like?
It's... Last time I did it was Yu Yu Hakusho, very spirit gun. That's specifically just for Sean and me. And I think this time it's aggressive, but not showy. It's more of like if I could just kind of push energy at somebody rather than flick it at them. The idea of just all of my spirit, all of my conviction, all of my connection to that realm is pushed out of my fingertips and just like kind of a ray piercing where Solomon's heart should be.
This being of magical, arcane, divine energy granted to you by Persephone shoots out across, striking the spirit, and in doing so illuminates him and illuminates the cavern, brighter than you have seen it yet. And instead of any anguish or hate on the ghost's face, you see simply a satisfied smile. And as the light that forms this ghost breaks apart into specks of dust, you hear his voice in your ear. I was a protector too. And the specter is gone, and so are both of the shadows that he brought with him. And the 5 of you are left alone in the cavern.
Meta-wise, I do regret not actually just taking that crit one because I wanted to keep doing what was happening. I didn't mean to fully murder a person. Well, I did, but not that quickly.
I mean, so I think radiant damage is the one thing that he was not already resistant to. So you did 11 points of damage, which was doubled to 22, which was then doubled to
Yeah, because ghosts are weak to radiant already.
Because he was
So
weak
44.
So you did 44.
Jesus Christ.
His maximum hit points are 45. Well, ghost stats. Yeah, but like the first few attacks did very, very little damage on him because he was having everything. So like Aspen's arrow attack did 3 points of damage. Skia's
crushed it.
Skia's lightning attack did 5 points of damage.
Yes.
Thomas helped. I was helping.
At this point, I want to just go ahead and say, unless there's any like dire immediate roleplay that you guys want to do in this moment, it's been an incredibly long day for all of you. This is the same day that you guys arrived in Aquay. Or not technically, but you haven't slept since you arrived in Aquay. You've been drinking for most of the day. 3 out of the 5 of you have been in a tournament battle. It's past 1 in the morning at this point. I think quietly, groggily, the 5 of you would absorb what has happened down here. Probably Penth more than the others. Ascend to the surface of Aquay.
I have one comment in the scene. I think as we're leaving, I think Thomas would look over his shoulder at the archway with his name on it and say out loud, even like, I don't know if anyone hears him or not, and say he was just a man.
Yeah.
Just a man.
I think each of you would know from your history lessons. You know, there are people who stand out more than others. And I think Thomas might have felt a connection to, you know, the heroes of Aquay made a huge difference in the course of the world and really changed things. Were largely responsible for the end of the Sorcerer's Civil War. And amongst the heroes of Aquay, there is a legendary thief whose arcane talents remain unknown. There was a dragon rider. There was a man whose divine touch and power went in some ways beyond comprehension. And then there was Solomon Winter. It's just some guy. Human. No arcane talent to speak of. And Thomas almost definitely felt a connection to that, and he made a difference anyways. He carved his face on the world.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The 5 of you return to the room rooms, the suite that you rented at Mako's Manger. And turn in for the night.
How are Pence dreams? Are they a little quieter than normal, or are they no visions, no things like that?
I think instead of a dream, Henth just hears an echo.
Acid?
That's twice you got me fucked up. Whispering in his sleep.
As he slits my throat.
You hear an echo reaching out to you. You just hear Persephone's voice. The time is fast approaching when I will have something to ask of you, Penth. Something difficult. Something that will require all of your strength. I need you to be brave for me.
He doesn't sleep well, but he does sleep.
All of you return to your suite at Mako's Manger and turn in for the night.
I thought we already did that. I'm just kidding, I'm sorry.
Skia, once everyone is asleep, you can leave.
Okay.
And you return
Damn it.
to where the footstep fell, where a single light, a tea light, a candle, illuminates a transom window above the door, where you can see hanging above the door frame of where the footstep fell 2 silver bells. And you knock on the door. A moment passes. And then the candle is extinguished. And the door cracks open. You see the same bartender as before. He says, I thought you'd be back. Opens the door and allows you in.
Sorry it wasn't earlier. Got caught up in some things.
Skia, you are led through the bar by this bartender and then back behind the counter into a back room. You watch as he opens a walk-in freezer and then you enter with him. Pushes a shelf to the side and reveals a passageway of stone. You just go through and you find yourself in a windowless, damp room. It's small, not much larger than a closet. A desk, several filing cabinets. And sitting behind the desk is a very large in height and stature woman with her somewhat pale bluish-gray skin and hair that looks like wisps of a sunset cloud. You see aspects of this woman and her strong features and her broad build remind you partially of Penth, and you recognize that this woman probably has some giantish ancestry. She drinks from a goblet and offers one to you.
Skia takes it. He takes a swig.
Fine. Syrupy, but not like thick in the mouth. Golden, floral Saukiri.
was hoping it was another ice bite. Just that everything Skia drinks is just an ice bite.
Only ice bite all the time.
She says, "You're a long way from home."
Yes, there's been some complications. The negotiators are growing far bolder very rapidly, and I had to flee. They were onto me.
That might be in our best interests, actually. I understand you are familiar with the problems we've had surrounding the Vathesian seaweed.
Yes, and
this scene is going to fade to black.
yeah. Haha. Suck it, people watching.
Then it should have been the bear chicka. Wow, it should have been the music playing.
Fade to black.
The next morning.
I love playing D&D with Brianland.
Oh.
I love it when Justin gets all of this. Once again, I would like to remind you that my character is the least secretive out of all of you, and I'm so tired of being.
I now believe it.
The next morning, all 5 of you awake inside your suite at Mako's manger. You have achieved a long rest. Woo! And there is a lot for the 5 of you to catch up on.
Do we just eat at home? Do you think we're just like snacking and having coffee in the
suites? You are in a suite?
Is there a
breakfast will be brought?
Is it continental?
You.
Oh.
Okay, I'm eating my feelings.
Am I incontinent right now?
Yeah, Skia like pulls out the hardtack that they bought in Faroth to like start eating, and then the breakfast rice like, oh, yeah, that looks a lot better.
Tropical fruits, bright, fragrant, like fishes, some hearty breads, some sweet breads, a few spreads and jams, and like ground nuts and butters. You're essentially served like a tropical morning charcuterie board.
Love it. How does it taste? Because Thomas is still on the couch with his clothes on with a blanket over his head.
Yep.
Sorry.
Thomas, we know from years of growing up together, is the exact opposite of a morning person. Thomas thrives at night, despises the morning.
Fuck off, morning.
Well, he has 3 siblings there, so take a vote. I think if are we all up already? I'm up.
As much
you're
as
up.
I'd love for Thomas to be
Aspen,
involved
you're up.
in the conversation.
No, I'm waiting for them to be siblings to me.
Correct. So if we're all up and we see Thomas, I asked the others, show of hands, do we let him sleep or get him up?
You can let him sleep. He has a piece of fruit that he's munching on.
Okay, let him sleep. I'm for waking him up. Skia, you're the tiebreaker as always.
What? Well, I mean, I can let him sleep for a little bit longer, I guess.
I throw a piece of fruit at him, but that shouldn't wake him.
No, it's not even morning.
Why won't you guys enjoy the amenities? I have an errand I have to run.
I genuinely think we need to talk
Alex
about
wants to talk about it.
No, if they don't want to hear the shit that happens, we're not going to talk in
Evan does. Wake me up.
It would be cool to have a scene with all 4 of you.
Sean, who likes to do things by them fucking selves. Actually, you know what? As soon as Aspen says that, I grab him by the scruff of his neck like I've done multiple times, and I throw him at Thomas. I physically throw Aspen at Thomas. And then I go to the door, and I take my spear, and I take it, and I extend it so it goes through, like, it blocks the door from being opened from this side.
Aggressive?
Oh, that's it! Fuck off! Oh, my head.
You got bonier.
I like to imagine. I do all of this. I put the spear back. I my back to the door and I turn and I'm just crying. It's just fully Pen has like tears in his eyes.
Wait.
He's crying.
No, what happened?
Why is he crying?
Jesus. I thought I dreamt we fought a ghost. Are you okay?
And we talk. Yeah, it's You didn't see her, did you? What did you see? Obviously, you probably saw the giant pirate dude, the admiral.
Yeah, and there was something in the water. I don't know what it was though. Not sure if it was related or just a big fish.
Well, something got me. Didn't feel good.
Yeah, so I have a patron that deals a lot with the dead, as you know, and She told me a lot. And it's not a lot. You know when God... Show of hands, how many of us have talked to gods? Come on, be honest.
I don't.
Brother's ego count, right? Right? Like.
No, I've never talked to a.
Okay, so they don't like to
God
give straight
before.
answers. I didn't get a chance to ask the Admiral if he recognized Epoch.
Epoch
He-
goes.
Oh, see? This is good.
The ghost.
This
the
is
ghost.
good.
The
Thank
ghost
you.
was a god.
No, the ghost was sent by my my goddess, and as a test to see if I was ready to, as she says, I'm gonna have to make, I believe, a difficult decision, and it's not gonna be a happy one. And I kind of pissed her off. Kind of told her that you guys were more important than whatever she wanted to do. And I, defended you and did all this stuff, and then asked when you immediately want to leave the minute you get up in the morning. So it's not really fun to be your brother right now.
Well, excuse me.
Sorry, you've got more important things than to talk about
Skia
fighting
will
a
snicker
ghost
at that.
yesterday. So I do think this is what stuck with me, and I don't understand it. He said he knew me, that we've had multiple conversations before, but when he was alive 100 years ago. And he said I looked older. But we dealt with an older Thomas that we think is from the future.
Do you think he was from the past?
But still
Somehow?
from the future. Because he was older than Thomas. I know that for a
Well,
fact.
I mean, theoretically, if someone was to go back in time in their current body, it wouldn't like de-age their cells. And as they aged in the past, if they, a Thomas that went back in time 100 years ago wouldn't survive until today. He'd be
No, so
probably too old and dead.
constant movement then. It's not just one time then. They're moving.
Well, I
Someone
guess
is.
that we'd have to analyze the cell structures of someone who went back in time. Would their body age normally, or would it hold its form and shape? Surely
there
they
be
wouldn't become
decay?
immortal.
Yeah. Send me back in time.
No.
Epoch, send me back in time, and let's study my cells. Let's just do it. Let's just do it right now. Epoch, send me back in time.
I do think I genuinely pen stops him just to see what happens.
Send me back to. Oh wait, when did we get the suite? Yesterday afternoon.
Yesterday afternoon, yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna
Then
do?
Thomas back 5 seconds. Epoch.
Bring me back in time, Epoch. You're a time machine, right, Epoch?
Now he's seen a value. Well, he showed up in
I think-
a sandy thing from out of nowhere in a portal, so he's got to have something to do with movement of some sort. That
I think
we
you
don't
gotta send them forward. If you send them backward, then there's two at the same time, and
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Epoch, send Thomas 10 seconds into the future.
Yeah, because apparently I'm the one that can jump around, right? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, apparently I can. And don't forget, Epoch disappeared back in Feyroth and had a note from Skia that
And
we
Skia,
didn't know about.
oh.
And Skia, this is the time. Don't make me use Zone of
maybe
Truth.
all of us can go back in time except for Aspen.
I'm fine with that actually.
2 Aspens is too many.
I
wouldn't
can't
wanna do, like, a
stand.
Nutty
I
Professor?
can't stand one of them as it is. Just keep it.
I mean, tell me about it. Epoch hasn't answered us, Sprylan. We need to know what Epoch's saying when we ask him about the time nonsense.
As
This shit gets wild.
is happening, and you guys ask Epoch a question and then talk over.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
back and-
Bullshit.
why won't you answer it and then keep talking?
Epoch.
Epoch.
Organic beings. Damn.
Epoch says, looking at you, Thomas.
Okay.
says, you are here. Proceed. And in between each, the
Yeah,
sound of
you're-
gears and
Wait, well, this is hungover Thomas just joking and not taking anything seriously. Epoch, can you take me to a different when?
negative.
Epoch, can you take him to a different where?
Negative. I am here to
Observe.
Observe. Thanks.
Observe.
Yeah, thanks.
Here to observe.
Look.
Make
I just-
smart ass comments to Penth, which has been my favorite ride this entire time, honestly.
That's why I think it's just older. That's where older Aspirin is. Older Aspirin's a little halfling, inside of Epoch and pulling the levers.
As Aspen gets older, he changes into a halfling.
Yeah, his
future
skeletal
life.
spine shrinks.
Wait.
Okay,
Okay,
as we
sorry.
get older-
All jokes aside, he's chugging orange juice.
I
talk to a god, a deity?
We're talking about a god. Which god? You said she.
Persephone.
Goddess. Sorry.
I mean, death. Persephone, red hair.
She's.
Her in the
I'm not the best at the panthologies, but she was the bride of Hades.
Pluto, Hades, depending. Are we doing Roman only, or is it Greek only? No Roman. Okay,
Greek.
good.
Yeah.
Hades. She was given responsibility that she didn't ask for, and I kind
That's
of
familiar.
and now she's giving responsibility to a guy who didn't ask for it. She's kind of been around. I think. It feels like now that I know it, has been around since I was a kid. I just never really wanted to, embrace it until.
She marked you.
Yeah.
How long?
I mean, as long as I've seen little redheaded people just disappearing in the corner of my eye. It's a concept. It's ever since I've been able to heal people, it's been her.
Did we, when we were children, Penth, he had divine magics then? So, okay. Did he ever talk about this?
No, he was all fighter all day. I think, Brian, let me know if I'm doing this wrong. I think he only really did the magic stuff for Dad. And unless it really was healing, I think you guys saw, but it would never talked about like where it came from.
Okay.
Because healing would happen after Fight Club or things like that, and so you saw that probably more often when he was as a older person, but as a younger kid, I think he was all about like fighting and that kind of training.
Penth as a child, and now my turn, Alex.
Sorry, thank you.
No, correct me if I'm wrong, Alex. Penth as a child had the had the potential and had the abilities that he has now, but really more like self-identified as a fighter, and chose that as his focus and sort of willfully ignored this calling.
Correct. Yeah, I think the only time I probably used healing or things like that had anything to do with being cleric was to help you guys. It was the only time, and even then, it was never really talked about. It was just something I could do, not really about the whole. But I'm not sure if I've ever told Dad or Father about it. I think that might infuriate him that I told him that he didn't know that I kept seeing Persephone, so I don't think I would have told him. Because I don't think I would have known until I was already mad at him what was happening.
How common in today's world is divine magics, healing magics, and in this sort of magic decaying time?
I had this question when I first started being a cleric with Barlin too.
All magic, incredibly uncommon. Divinity and religion itself has started to be on the decline. Not as quickly, not as drastically as magic itself, but just like a general population sort of thing, like interest in the gods or in higher powers. As science and technology has become more apparent and more widely understood, that interest or that crutch of the divine, leaning on the divine for the larger answers, has diminished. Now, as far as history goes, there are the occasional example of people with incredible arcane abilities who attributed those abilities to divine powers. But that's something that they believed, and most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference between magic granted by a god versus magic that is gained through years of study.
Mine just shines a little brighter. No, yeah, so I guess we passed the test in the grotto. I don't know if any of this has anything to do with Father. Part of me thinks it does, because everything happened on the same day that he disappeared, was when Thomas died, and Willard Pullman being at the fights. Did you guys see anything, anybody you recognize, anything weird from Faye Roth?
Willard Pullman was at the fights?
Yeah, he was
the Pullman Enterprises?
The same one from Iridescent Fool. Although I think it might be a family name. It may not be his ship. It could be someone he's related to ship.
Well, you have a Pullman
That's on
and
land.
the Pullman
I
ship
know.
and the one that would chase him with father in the same city at the same time. That seems like a strange coincidence.
I'm
But
gonna
can I
find him.
double back for
Oh,
a second?
Yeah, sorry, I went ahead. I'm just a lot going on this in 24 hours.
This thing you just said, the pass the test. What was the test? You said to survive, but what was the point of the test?
I think it might have been just to embrace the power that I'm given and the responsibility. I don't know. I obliterated a dude, and he was happy about it.
I mean, we were there for the conversation. You told one of the most famous heroes of the last couple centuries that his legacy was bullshit and everything has gone to hell. And then it got very tense there for a second. And then you said something about what can we do for each other and help? And then he's like, how about a test? And then we got attacked. And then there's nothing after that. Did we pass or did we fail?
He seemed happy. Nothing bad happened. We didn't get swallowed up by the earth. I talked about how legacies are spoiled. And people are so personal when it talks about the history of legacies, especially Center Ring as I remember it, is not a good one. If I'm not mistaken, there was a leader of the Golden Alliance called named Antony that ended up down the line, his legacy became his grandkids creating the, what was it, the Iron Age? Am I wrong? The Iron Alliance?
You're close enough that, like, it's just Penth misremembering history at this point, but, like, it's close enough.
But his legacy is his family created a dictatorship towards the end of it, of, like, the Antony line. Am I wrong? Like, that's not something I remember. I mean, I have a high history. I have +6, so I need to know if Penth actually knows the real history of this.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah. So like, legacy is always what. I'm not saying that he did a problem. I'm saying I'm trying to fix it and go bring it back. People get so bogged down with what they're remembered as instead of thinking about the present and the future, not just what you're remembered for. And Helena Calathi is causing shit to this man's legacy with the Wasps. I was part of a good group of people that were there to protect people, and it became a shitty, fascist, fucking Secret Service. So I'm not dealing with this anymore. I told him the truth, and I'm tired of the dead and the Queen of the Dead not being able to handle the truth.
Yeah, I backed you up on that. I think. Did I say something to that guy?
You said you said things.
Something.
Yeah, and I was backing Penth up, right?
Yes, you had my back as I pat your shoulder.
I'm just making sure I remember it all right. I'm eating an apple.
Skia, you know Father better than anyone else. Is any of this? Where would you want to? Where would we look for him? Where would we?
Cool.
Well, we had a fantastic lead at the Iridescent Fool until the plan went ass up, but...
We didn't have a fantastic lead. We got told a bunch of old people got off the ship.
We didn't even go look.
Us.
We didn't even go look.
We
got lunch.
I don't necessarily think Father was ever on board that ship. I think it was just to get us to come here, to Aquay. I don't think Father would have traveled in such a conspicuous manner, especially if he was running from someone.
Also,
Does he just latch to the bottom of the ship? Yes.
Aquay plus Father doesn't like match up.
So we're all on the same page that he didn't kidnap himself, and he is in fact just on a big ruse.
But the sounds. There were people ransacking the place behind him while he was leaving the message. Do you think he was doing Foley the whole time? While he was doing that? Is that there was something happening while he was in that space? So I'm not saying he was kidnapped, but he is being hunted, it sounds like. And is that hunting also following us, too? I'm already being hunted by one group.
Ooh, me too.
Yeah. Thomas, you are being hunted.
Well,
Right.
We're good. We got a lot of gods and shit to deal with right now, so
I
mine's
think
small potatoes.
I think
Small
sexy women prone to suggestion, I think is also
I am.
Thomas picks up a potato, he's like, eat it.
I am curious how long it would take your boyfriend to get here after we found the bodies on the dock.
Did he say I was his? No, see, this is the... I don't know. There's no way of knowing it was us. It's not like there was some sort of, like, I don't brand people with insignia that says, like, Penth was here.
Well, we are kind of conspicuous, and we weren't hiding. If someone saw matched the script, you know.
Was your name on the
Someone described
manifest?
us.
He points it at Thomas.
On the Lightning's Laugh? My actual name?
I think God just told you it was.
Well, your actual name is...
The clouds are nodding.
Wait a minute. I guess here we go. Oh, I said my name was Tommy to that random guy in Aquay. I did a vague non-name, but
Tommy.
But the reason why, no,
That's not like Thomas at all.
The lightning. Well, I didn't say Del Tammin. I was like, my name's Tom. That's what it is, Tom, not Tommy. No, it could be traced because the captain of the Lightning's Laugh needed to get my sailor card reimbursed.
Yeah.
So there's paper trail.
Yeah, there's the answer. There is a paper trail.
So if they're looking for you and they're looking for you, he points at Skia. Helena didn't care so much about you, but your name is synonymous with us, so your name leading to the ship leading to 3 different cities. So do they stop and look around Betamon and look around Leora, or do they come straight here? They could be one day behind us. They could be here right now.
Smoke told me to leave, which means that I don't think they're planning on even leaving this city. I think
things have happened since then.
Yeah, because of some people of keeping secrets, Thomas.
No, he's talking about the fire we lit in your boyfriend's office.
I knew about that. I knew about that. I think it's more about the dead people we left on the docks. It was also your thing.
Oh, all the knives. Yes. Knivey bladey people.
Knivey bladey people. I'll own up to that. Yeah. Well, they weren't supposed to be there. We're supposed to get the fuck out of there.
No one's ever supposed to be anywhere.
You heard me say, leave us alone. We gave them a whooping, and they're not gonna be back.
Yeah, but talk about you're gonna shit on my ex. It's not even my ex, by the way. We've never dated, but apparently you've got a nice little bow that wants you back.
Well, that would be very sweet. But
what was it? What name did she say? It was
Hacksaw.
Machete.
Yeah. Hacksaw Machete. First name Hacksaw, last name Machete. Yeah. Can I have some of those nuts? Yeah, thank you. No. Okay. We literally just fought a ghost of a hero of history, and you guys are worried about some dude that is half a world away that I promise you is not a problem. It's fine.
I obliterated that ghost, and your girlfriend, that man's sister, friend, nearly gutted us. So I think she might be a little bit of a more pressing issue.
Okay.
You know what, Thomas? I believe you. 100%, no questions asked. How about that?
We kick her ass. If she knocked on that door and said
sarcastically,
"Hey, give me. I'm mad and I'm sexy. I'm a sexy bitch with legs." Then we just kick her ass.
She does have a lot of legs.
She's just a person. She's a pawn in a big scheme of things. What Penth is saying has divine problems, and also, correct me if I'm wrong, time linear contortion, timey-wimey bullshit?
That's better.
Yeah, there definitely is something timey, whiny, I guess, as you put it, going on here. If that specter recognized Penth from the past, that means there must have been a version of Penth that went back in time.
Do you think Aquay has a library with things like this? Do you think I'd be able to look up?
There's most definitely a library.
Do you think they would have things with history, like people with Admiral's team, or do you think I could find my name in the annals?
For Admiral Solomon?
Oh.
Yeah, look at his history. He said he knew me.
I bet he has an entire section in that library.
Then
I bet he has a library.
Skia, I know you love research.
I do.
Would you like to help me if we get a chance after beating up whoever's in the tournament? If we don't end up burning Aquay to the ground, which fingers crossed don't, I want to see if I'm in the annals of history. Let's see if we can test this theory.
We can check.
Not super pressing, but it is a fun little idea.
It would be curious. I am wondering if there would be timeline splits, or if there's any safeguards in place for duplicate entities and stuff like that.
Well, if we're in Penth doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. Alex
I barely know what I'm talking about.
Penth is, okay.
Penth might not
Temporal
know.
distortions is not my field of study, unfortunately.
Penth might not know what Skia is talking about, but a term that Persephone mentioned in their conversation might stand out to Penth.
Spectral paradox.
Spirit paradox.
Oh, spirit paradox.
Oh, so I think I'll explain. She said spirit paradox about. I asked if I could see Thomas. I wanted to see if we could communicate with the Persian version of you that died.
Oh, I was like, yeah, I'm right here.
The dead. No. Yeah.
Right, Epoch, I am here, right? That's what you said.
Affirmative.
That's right. But I get, dead me.
Yeah, and she said that there are some rules that gods can't break, and that he broke the rule, and now it's a spirit paradox. So I don't think there can be two souls, but there can't be two souls at the same time, or something bad happens.
Because I got my soul.
Yeah,
right?
but
I still have my soul, right? Wait, use your Persephone magic. Do I have a soul still?
I shoot him with the 2nd level guiding bolt. I
felt it.
Wrong finger.
Oops, guys, I'm so sorry. Rave enfeeblement.
Catch a guiding bolt. No.
Then I
use your eyeball powers.
If I'm looking for the undead, does that also mean somebody without a soul or no? But no, I wouldn't have, because I've used the undead thing before, and you were around, and nothing had triggered.
Yeah, I'm regular alive. Yeah.
But his soul, God, does his soul go to like super hell? Like
he better not.
Well, he broke the rules apparently, and gods love their little rules, and apparently it sounds like we're also breaking the rules. She also said something very important to me that stuck out. She said, "My family is very important." But I don't think she meant to me, and I don't think she meant just in general. I think that all of us, and probably including Father, is just as important as the heroes of Aquay.
Obviously, we're all very important people, Pen.
Okay, besides ego, Pen, we are history tells us we're a grain of sand in the hourglasses of time.
Yeah, don't you see? Every episode, our names are in the opening credits.
All right, Deadpool, calm down. Jesus Christ, She-Hulk. Let's not break the fourth wall. It sounds like we're more than just grains of sand. Well, it sounds like we are something that tilts the hourglass.
Pen. As you mentioned, grains of sand.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
In the hourglass. Epoch cocks his head to the side, and you see some of the sand that exists inside of Epoch sort of settle at the bottom of that glass bowl that is Epoch's like facial structure. And Epoch says,
"Past, present, future."
Where are we now? My pie! Sorry. Did that bitch just ding?
Thomas swirls around, seeing if anything happens in the room, because the last time Epoch dinged, my dead body showed up. So
I think I immediately go protective stance for all of you.
Epoch, ding, and everybody's like,
shit.
Breathe a sigh of relief.
Epoch, why the fuck did you ding?
And there's a knock at the door.
Do any of us recognize the knock? Just kidding.
Is there a peephole on this door?
We'll find out at the start of our next session.
No, you're supposed to give us the button of who's in the peephole, and then you're like, it's this person, and they're like, we'll see you next week. Yay!
I'll just have to do my errands next week.
Even in the 2000s, it was like any sort of chick flick, there was the gay best friend who was like, so you mean you've worn 27 dresses and never found an actual man for yourself?
We'll talk about gay shaman tropes and how it's actually historically accurate after.
We'll talk about Andy Serkis in 13 going on 30 later.
Okay, that's oddly specific, but also exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't know Andy Serkis was in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
He was the monkey.
Yeah, I don't remember this. I've seen that movie once when I was like a child.
They motion capture all roll.
I got Brian on that one.
Jesus Christ.
Are we still recording? That just needs to be saved for like
funniest thing I've heard today. Okay.